I decided to do FSY because I had heard really great things about it and how you are able to strengthen your relationship with the Savior and also with the youth and other young adults.
I couldn't get enough of it. I just loved it.
I'd say my favorite thing as a counselor is the opportunity to see them grow throughout the week. It's beautiful as the week goes on, getting to know them and their stories and watching them mesh together.
It really is almost unbelievable, if I hadn't experienced it myself, how much the youth can change in just 1 week. You have youth that come, whether they're timid or shy or they don't want to be there, and by Thursday, Friday, they're all just a little more comfortable being who they want to be, comfortable with who they are.
I have seen youth come into the program being unsure of their testimony, being uncertain of what their future was holding for them. And so being able to see how they're growing in the gospel, I think, is definitely the biggest fruit. And when you have youth that are willing to share that with you and they reflect how this change has happened through Jesus Christ, that is an awesome experience and helps me to strengthen my own testimony in what we can accomplish through the Savior.
I loved going to the classes as well with the youth, not just being a kind of a silent observer of the youth, like making sure they're doing good things, but trying to get something out of it for myself.
You were with counselors, with parents, with other leaders, fellow assistant coordinators and health counselors. And so some of the biggest blessings I've seen come from that is just an increased ability to be able to work with others, a greater understanding of how to do that, how to ask questions, how to listen, how to gauge a situation and know how best to address it.
Working with FSY, you meet incredible people. Some of my best friends have come through other counselors or leadership team members, and without working for FSY, I never would have met them. Our paths would not have crossed. And so that is probably the biggest temporal blessing that I've seen. But it's also taught me a lot about leadership skills and communication and how to approach conflict, and when problems come up, how do you solve them?
It's been such a great blessing in my life. I've seen the blessing it's been for youth, and give it a try. There's going to be some activity that you can give your all in, and the other activities you can do your very best to do it for the youth. You're not there for you, you're doing it for the youth, and that was always my philosophy. If I can help the youth have a great time, it always helped me have a good time.
If you enjoy working with youth, if you enjoy working with fellow YSAs, and if you love testifying of the Savior and His gospel, I definitely recommend it, because it really is the most wonderful and life-changing experience.